Hello, MouseHunt. Welcome to an Impromptu Feedback Friday on December 16. Yes, it is December 16, 2022. Hello, everybody in the chat. Pop it in. Unscheduled. So bonus marks for popping in. Hello, Voltaire Nathan. Wow, first in, second Nathan. Almost. Jason, hello, notification crew represent. He says Franco's popping in. I got Franco in the background as well. Can bring him in to say hello. Sri, hello, Tony, KDM, Jason. Hello, hopefully everybody's doing well. Well, we thought there wouldn't be a Feedback Friday today, but kind of didn't have a whole lot else going on this morning. So we thought we'd pop on, say hello, see if there's any hunters around. See if I can get Franco in here. Hopefully this is the right button. We're about to find out. No, that's not the right button. That's the right button.
Can they hear me yet? Am I live audio?
Now they can hear you. Hello, Franco. Welcome.
Me in a Giorgio chair.
Yeah, it's Franco and it's Giorgio's chair as well. So actually today we're planning this afternoon. We're going to get together at Brian's house for a holiday get-together with everybody at Hit Grab. And a few people are meeting at Giorgio's house to carpool there. So well, who knows? Maybe they'll poke their head in quickly as well. Unexpected says Limbomber. Welcome. Jonathan, hey Dave, Merry Christmas. Right back at you.
Hey, Merry Christmas. Hello, everybody.
Limbomber, yep. New angle. Had to make it a little bit festive. We'll get a little bit of festiveness in the background there. We'll get a Christmas tree in there. Kadium says, oh wow, is everyone coming? I think a few people have met up at Giorgio's house there. So we'll see if they pop in to say hello. If not, you have Giorgio's lovely chair. But other than that, this will be it probably until January 6th. And I already kind of scheduled, that'll be the first official Feedback Friday when we come back. But like I said, that would pop on, say hello, see if anybody's around. Any, great winter hunt feedback, comments, questions as well. We can kind of field that sort of thing and wish everybody a happy holidays. Alex, impromptu and 30 minutes early. Exactly. Throwing a big curveball. Jonathan's hoping to get their tree up this weekend. Franco, do you have your tree up?
No, they're doing it while I'm at the party. That's the activity. The kids and Vicky are gonna decorate it and put it up. I hauled it all upstairs just now.
I'll have to save one for you. You can come back and do the, finish it, put the topper on or something.
Yeah. I'll be back and just plug it in. Done.
Yeah, you're prepared. You were saying earlier you're pretty well done all your Christmas shopping, all your preparations.
Oh yeah, all the shopping's done. It's even under the trees at the appropriate houses. Everything's wrapped, bought. Don't gotta think about it anymore.
At the appropriate houses, even.
Yeah, it's all delivered. Well, the snowstorm thing, I'm like, oh, I don't want to drive and deliver all this stuff if it's going to be very snowy during Christmas, so did it early.
Yeah, we had some nasty weather yesterday, that's for sure. A little bit of hail, and it wasn't quite as bad as it might have been. Volatile, did you guys plan the blizzard? Was that in reaction to feedback from hunters? Well, there's a few things we wish we had time to get in. There's a little inspiration for that. If you've been playing for a number of years, I might be going back 10, 12 years ago. But if you're playing that long ago, we had sort of a festive calendar, and throughout the winter hunt there was days, like there was a day where the elf mouse encounter was way higher and dropped something cool, that sort of thing, different loot on different days, and we didn't quite have time to get that finishing touch in there, but it was a pretty quick and easy thing to add. So we thought, hey, we'll see what the feedback is like on that blizzard. That said, a few other small, don't want to overhype it, some small surprises though. The New Year's phase typically will come around, be a little different this year. Instead of sending your golems to the festive comet itself like you could in previous years, you can just keep sending golems to the areas you're most interested in, and the New Year's mice show up. There'll be a new map to tackle. They're pretty good at dropping golem parts as well, the New Year's mice. Maybe this is a good time to squeeze in a little bit of information for anyone who is concerned. We specifically picked mice that cannot appear on nice or naughty maps, and their encounter rate gets lowered, and those New Year's mice get added to compensate for that lower encounter rate, so it won't affect maps whatsoever. Jason turned all their animated snow from the snowstorm into bells. It's a good way to kind of clear out a backlog of parts if you'd built up a little bit.
A good idea.
What level are your golems at, Franco?
One moment, please, while I look up that information.
He's referencing.
I'm glad people are liking the changes. Okay, I've got a level 8, 7, and 4.
Coming along. Yeah, definitely a good piece of advice. A few players picked up on this. Like in previous years with the Let It Snow charms, you could have that charm armed while you had Gouda or Super Brie armed, and you could keep getting golem parts even without Pecan Cheese armed. That still exists within the confines of this event with Cinnamon and Hailstones. You can collect Cinnamon and then go use that in the workshop, and you don't need to have your Pecan Cheese armed in the workshop. So if you do need to collect event cheese, try to have Cinnamon on hand and do it in the workshop so that your droids, the forges, can be making you parts while you're collecting more event cheese. Similarly in the fortress too, to fire the cannons, that works fine with Gouda or Super Brie as well. So that's a great spot to be collecting event cheese, and basically try to avoid collecting it in Cinnamon Grove because there's no kind of upside to it like there are the other two areas. Yeah, there you go. Jason remembers many years ago, Monday or Tuesday was Increased Snowflake Mouse Day. Yeah, I think we had a few different themes. Charizard asking any ETA on the Lunar New Year event. Franco's been putting a lot of work into the Lunar New Year event.
Yeah, it'll be coming next year. Don't worry.
That's a pretty safe commitment, actually. There we go. Can't misspeak on that.
It is. It will be Year of the Water Rabbit. And we'll be getting the Rabbit Jade base. And I think that finishes all the animal Jade bases, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I want to say yes.
Yeah, I think Jacob was saying that. If not, they're pretty close to all being done, so that'll be neat.
Potato says, really like the snowstorm, but having an unexpected event that makes you want to do specific stuff. In this case, Spirit and Glazed Pecan was a surprise. Maybe make it more inert next time. We did want to give a couple days heads up so you could build up a little stockpile of cheese just in case you're out. So, and we tried our best there, and we wanted to kind of make it a bit of a, much like a turn in weather in real life. It can sort of, arrive unexpected occasionally. Jonathan says any current mice removed from the attraction pool and New Year mice are added. No one will be removed, just encountered less often to make room. Make way for the New Year's mice without making any mice that can appear on maps any more difficult to encounter. Here, I'll swing open my laptop and check what those mice are so I don't misspeak. The old hunting with event cheese. What do we got? Nope, keep going. This is a big spreadsheet right here. So at Cinnamon Hill, the snow boulder mouse will be reduced to not appearing very much at all, and that will be replaced with the frightened fireworks mouse. At the Golem Workshop, the toy mouse will go down to not being encountered very much at all, but those times, most of the times that you would have encountered a toy mouse, instead you will encounter the party head mouse. And at the fortress, it is the snow fort mouse. Will be encountered much less often, but the times you would have encountered it, you'll instead, some of the time, encounter a New Year's mouse. That said, it's not completely removed from the pool of potential mice you can attract with cheese, so they're still in the mix. They just become a little bit more rare, and then some of those encounters now become New Year's mice, if that makes sense. Alex asks, are any mice leaving the area to make space? I just doubled up the question there. Hopefully that makes sense. Was there a reason why hailstones are capped? I assume like kind of the most a golem could bring back was 5. During the prototype, we at first had actually 1 hailstone for every level your golem was, but it reaches this tipping point where it gets out of control. As soon as your golems come back with more hailstones, then the hunt's required to make them return again. So that's around 9 or 10, right? If they come back with 10 hailstones, 3 golems bring back 30, and by the time you spend 25 hunts, they just bring back another 30. It's like, I can't use up my hailstones, it starts to just have like infinite progression potential there. So kind of had to cap it just to make the cycle work. That chair looks super comfy, says Voltai. As soon as they're talking about Giorgio's chair, eh? It does look comfy. What do you think, Franco?
No, it doesn't. It looks like one of those outdoor screen chairs that you'd sit in the backyard. It's just like grilling to your back, but I'm probably wrong.
Good airflow on a hot summer day. Your
Yeah.
back's not going to get sweaty. Roxanne, glad to see. Hey, it was a bit confusing at first, but now I'm in the swing of things. It's fun. A little bit of a learning curve, right? Like anytime something new comes in, it's especially a challenge when the previous version of the event repeated for 5 years. Everyone, myself included, had a very practiced hand at it. You knew it inside out. On day one, you knew exactly how to go about things. So, hopefully now a little bit of the learning curve is pushed out of the way. You get to build up a little momentum as well. It's kind of inherent to just the nature of the event. And that's something hard to change is at the beginning, it's not as rewarding as it is at the end, right? Because you level up your golems, they start bringing back more things. So it's only natural, a little bit of selective memory, myself included. I remember the end of last event and I compare it to the start of the next event. So it can be a bit of a challenge there, just the way the golems work. Yeah, Limbomber's saying it wasn't clear. Different cannons had different effects on drops. Didn't even notice them initially. We struggled a little bit with that too. Hopefully we can smooth that out a bit next year as well and not have any confusion thinking the cannons fire the thing that they give bonus loot for.
Hmm.
You can almost think like that loot's stuck in the ice shield, and when you fire the cannon at that side of it, it's like that the right side of the shield's covered in charms, and so every time you blast it, shakes a few loose, and the mouse repelling your attack from that direction picks a few up, and you get some of his loot on the way. But too, we might kind of switch up the names rather than an animated snow cannon. Call it like the Frosty Cannon or something, so it doesn't sound like it fires animated snow. It fires a hailstone to produce animated snow. So we'll play around with that, I think. Yeah, Jonathan and Franco, I saw you posted in the chat there as well. A snowstorm event repeats. It would be nice to have it in the HUD. Certainly, we just kind of ran out of time, and we wanted to see. It's a bit of an experiment to see how hunters like having, just an odd mini event within the event for 24 hours. And you'll see when New Year's starts. We kind of incorporated an iconography into the HUD to denote, hey, New Year's is active. Depending on how feedback of the snowstorm went, that's maybe an idea for next year. Wanting to add more iconography to the HUD, and hey, a snowstorm is active, or elf mice are dropping bonus loot, or snowflake mouse today has double loot drops, that sort of thing. Just add a little variety. Certainly in years past, some of the feedback we got was it felt a little bit repetitive as the weeks roll by, that you felt like you're doing the same thing over and over, and that was a large inspiration to have 3 areas. So today I'm collecting cinnamon, tomorrow I'm in the workshop, and then the day after that I'll go fire some hailstones to try to break up and make it a more interesting journey, because it is one that you do for 4 weeks.
Yeah, the extra info in the HUD would be helpful. And then it's like, oh, what's going on? Let's take a look. And to address Sean's question, yes, the candles will be coming back for Lunar New Year next year. Oh, and S stuff, I don't want to misspeak, but I think there's a fix was pushed, if not coming soon, for the widget. I think it's in the next build that we submitted.
That's actually published now. It should hopefully be finished propagating through a Google Play. So definitely take a look, especially on Android.
Mm-hmm.
It should hopefully address some of the problems the widget's having, but some of it has to get re-engineered. Just a new way Android operating system works as well. It's been tricky to make the technology the game is built with play nice with the latest Android upgrade. So hopefully that's smoothed out most of the issues, but there might still be 1 or 2 lingering. We increased the rib drop rate. Everyone has been looking fun. Past few months has gotten one now. As time goes by, there'll be more and more of them, right? But no, you can keep an eye on the patch notes. Kind of when we make changes like that, that's what we kind of like to bring patch notes to the game to address kind of the small stuff like that. any like little tiny tweaks. But no, in some ways, I wish we had time to go through every area in the game and kind of like tweak it a little bit based on feedback. But alas, we have so much on the go. It is rare we have that luxury.
To go back and do a little baby back rib that comes off of the dragon mouse and Dracano, and then you can make like a mini dragon slayer cannon until you get up to the queso. Yeah.
Little bobblehead version.
Or you make a skin. That'd be fun.
Any possibility you guys can bring a new Ellie trap for the New Year's phase? Well, yeah, not this year. We'll see. I don't know. I don't want to make any promises for next year either. But it's one thing too. We're trying to resist the urge to add something just for the sake of having it. Just as the years go by, there's more and more traps and bases, and it kind of makes each one in the game a little less special. It gets harder to remember where everything came from, how to use it. We're exploring different reward spaces. It'll be interesting too as things wrap up, like feedback on the compressed jet stream. You know, there's kind of different reward spaces we can add to events without just forever increasing the clutter of more and more bases and traps and weapons and what have you.
Yeah, we've tried recently with the seasonal gift base that comes back every year, as well as the boiling cauldron for Halloween. So sort of like matching equipment to the event as long as it's running at least. So at least you have something to look forward to, especially if you missed it last time you didn't know. Um, how do you guys feel about that? Like, hopefully it's like, yes, awesome.
Yeah, if
You don't have to worry about like, oh, I missed that LE one.
I think limited edition is a fun sort of I was here type souvenir, but it gets tricky when there's like five of them from one event, and even it's a tough spot for us because sometimes we have to force an idea that we're not particularly super excited about, but we need a reward for the sake of reward is a tough design space, or maybe you want to save an idea for an adventure reward or somewhere else in the game. You feel compelled, well, I gotta use it for this event, and so just like to kind of make sure we can release the right thing at the right time, you know. Often communicate rather than starting with, okay, I need a reward, what could it be? The really great stuff tends to happen the other way. I have an awesome idea for a reward. Which event or which, adventure can this tie in with? That usually turns out a lot better. That's a better kind of creative process I find over the years. Nathan, some wishful hoping or some wishful thinking about the Living Garden golems as well. That'll be interesting too. Maybe in next year's Feedback Friday, kind of as the event wraps up, get a sense of where the scarf rewards were versus the area slot. It was an attempt to try to make things a little bit more consistent, where you're building up to this scarf, and it's pretty well guaranteed to be something you're interested in from that area. But that does kind of mean, on average, the area slots might have a little bit less, but then the scarf kind of puts it back over the top. So maybe, it'd be interesting to even see which areas stood out in players' minds of maybe the scarf needs to be toned down a little bit and put a little bit more of its reward back into the area slots, kind of shuffle things around a little bit and find the best flow. And I'm sure we'll kind of iterate. If the event repeats over the years, we'll kind of iterate and with hunters and try to find the best balance there.
Yeah, Jonathan's got a nice point there. Like the compressed jet stream. Well, if the jet stream event does come back, I believe it leverages it. I think we would have to look into how that would work. But well, what do you think, Dave? Would there be some kind of stacking if we brought it back, but somebody sat with the box?
We tested it out. Now that said, there's no plans to have another jet stream event. I think it was sort of a little bit of a trial run to see how it felt before adding the compressed jet stream box. Now, if we did run one, we tested it out. The speed bonus will not stack. That's a little bit bonkers. I mean, we could change that. Open to feedback there. But I believe, please don't quote me on this, but when we tested it, the storm cells work fine though, because the jet stream was a little different, right? Where you had to maintain the strength of the jet stream, and that influenced how many storm cells would drop. So you'd still get those storm cells based on the strength of the jet stream, but then the mice directly drop storm cells from the compressed jet stream aura. So there's a little bit of stacking, but not entire stacking. Yeah, Nathan and Theta liking the compressed jet stream. Yeah, it's some inspiration from the spooky skulls. Try to give, a little bit of an identity where we can, and it's nice when it ties into the theme of the event as well, like weather patterns. The Frost King is trying to change the weather to be forever cold, and that frost globe has that power to, you can use it to your advantage to create some favorable conditions in the floating islands. Yeah, Alex there in the chat interested for stats about where golems were sent. Yeah, we usually keep tabs on that. That's always a great Feedback Friday topic once the event shuts down. Ryan likes the idea of having best in slot LE from an event there. Maybe as an upgrade kit that could work. There's Giorgio sliding on in.
I wasn't sure if you were broadcasting like early. I guess you just wanted to hop in and before we all hit the road.
Yeah, for the
How's it
time.
going,
There's
everyone?
3 of us.
There are 3 of us tonight. Can I see me?
I got
Can
my
see-
Christmas tree here, though. It always sits on my desk. It's Christmas all year round.
Oh, has it just been my chair? Wait.
Christmas tree mouse. It's blurring out with your camera.
Yeah,
Blur it
I
out.
see it,
Oh,
I
why
see
is
it.
it blurred out?
Because I got the blur focus. Because let me see. Can I change it in real time? Oh, the blur's not coming
There
through.
you go.
Oh, jeez.
Is this better? There we go.
I'll just go pick this one up, right?
Christmas
This is
tree.
actually a really small tree, guys. See, I could pick it up
Yeah,
right now
just
if I
grab
wanted
it.
to. I'm shaking it a little bit.
Yeah.
Question for how many gifts do I have under my tree? In MouseHunt? In MouseHunt, yes, in MouseHunt. Let me take a quick peeky poo.
Quick peeky poo.
I have 7 presents.
Oh,
7.
7. Oh, 7.
Yeah.
Let me see what I got. I got 6. You're winning, Franco. Good work.
Jason sent me 3.
Jeez.
Very nice.
Oh, that's a nice little sneak peek you sent, Franco. Let me download this.
A sneak peek tonight.
Franco sent
Little
a little
sneaky peeks.
Lunar New Year sneak peek here.
Yeah, since you asked.
Let me see if this
Since
works.
you guys asked about Lunar New Year, hopefully you can show it.
So, the one that I have has some.
All right, here goes nothing. You ready for this? I'm gonna do this live. We'll see if it works.
Is the Christmas tree mouse plushie? I don't know the plushie. I just got the model. There you go. There's a preview of the.
Oh, look
now
at
that we've
that. So
yeah, now that we've redone the horn, we have more freedom to do things like this. So we can skin it for events, and hopefully it goes over well.
Very beauteous. Got a birthday one going. Balloons fly out of
Oh,
the
balloon note. These ones are. You can't really see it, but they're green jade notes that come out of it.
I see that. Yeah.
I go with that.
Horn skins confirmed. Thanks, Franco, for confirming that feature. Rolling out tomorrow. Signed.
I don't. Yeah, there's no plans to have user-controlled hunter skins at the moment, but we do plan to add a little, zest to the game when an event happens and it's more obvious and in your face.
Yeah, it's like dressing up the shield, right? We decorate the shield for most events. Hey, can extend
There
that
you
to
go.
the horn.
Why not?
Yeah, it looks great. Yeah, Jacob did the horn, right?
Correct. Jacob has been doing all the horn assets so far.
It's the resident
Very
trumpeter.
Figured out the routine of like, okay,
On the topic of gifts too, when's the great gift opening ceremony? It should be in the news post, actually. I'm going to go look.
Yeah. On the 21st.
All right.
On a Wednesday.
So please spread the word far and wide, because I know every once in a while it does trip up a few players here and there that you cannot send gifts once they can be opened. So that's it. And yep, Wednesday, December 21. Around right now, at the time that we're live right now, that's probably when we're going to flip the switch. But please don't wait to the last minute if you are sending things out. By all intents and purposes, try to do your last minute gift sending Tuesday, not Wednesday, because it'll be during Wednesday that ceremony happens, and then you can no longer put gifts under trees once they can be opened. So
There's a photo here a second ago of my office.
Norm has joined. Welcome, Norm.
So delayed.
Yeah, there's a huge delay.
Yeah.
We're watching the stream up here, but muted, and then it's like,
Yeah.
it's weird to look at. Don't look.
Just don't look. Yeah, make sure you're
I'm
listening
oh,
via.
oh,
Don't listen through the stream, or it'd be very difficult to sync up voices.
brain will break. Yeah. Norm and Gio together. Yeah, Norm is here too. He's moving in.
Yeah.
No, he's here with Jacob's here as well, and so is Liz, one of the artists. I'm sure you know, you've seen her stuff. They've come to visit for the morning. We're having breakfast together. We just kind of finished up, and then we're gonna hit the road all together. I'm driving them to our destination for a little company Christmas party. So I figured, they're all in the city, make it easier for them, and then be a grand old time.
Write a song, Breakfast at Giorgio's.
Breakfast at Giorgio's.
What about
Breakfast at Giorgio's.
breakfast at Giorgio's?
I never thought about it, Jason, but skinning the sandwich boards with the messaging from the horn might be neat. Like if
There
it
you
was
go, yeah.
Christmas, like holly in the corners,
Get the full
maybe like
thing.
green and red border.
There you go. Dress it
Something
up.
like that.
Dress it up.
It's definitely food for thought, Jason.
What was that noise?
Yeah, but we are looking at changing it because a lot of the horn messaging itself, they all almost resemble like error messages, even when they're friend hunts. So we want to style them up better. So when you're at a bait or something more gameplay related happens, like a friend takes you on a hunt or you have a king's reward or the bait, that it is styled differently and has different messaging than just everything looking like, oh, reload the page, it's an error, or something weird happened.
And maybe a hue shift or some kind of border styling that kind of makes it go, this one's good, this one's bad,
Yeah, we're going to improve the messaging there for sure.
Yeah, because if a friend took you on a hunt, it's not an error. It's like, nope, someone did it. Great job, and everything's okay. But otherwise, some way to kind of indicate, no, something's up. You gotta pay attention here.
Error. You have
Error.
friends.
You have friends. Oh.
Error
Oh,
successfully
you can hear my
failed.
singing washing machine. That was
okay,
me.
someone else heard it in the chat too. Was that you,
Yeah,
friend?
that was
On
my
your side?
laundry.
I thought it
Yeah.
was in this one. I was like, I've never heard that noise before. I thought it was my fridge at first making a weird
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's nothing for you to be concerned about. That noise is
What are you
regular.
doing?
Yeah.
How many clothes you got? What?
Huh? Who?
Huh?
Jordo asking about considering allowing profile gifts to non-friends again, if they were anonymous maybe. We're going to see. We're going to keep a close eye on feedback. Would be a good topic too as the event winds down and everyone got to play through everything. We were exploring maybe something like kind of like a stocking stuffer kind of metaphor, so you get a vague sense of what you should return to that person. But if I could use a real life comparison, imagine you work in a big office building, right? Like on any day there's 30,000 mouse hunters out there. And Jim or Sally from 3 floors away and counting gets you a Christmas gift, and you don't even know who that person is. It is kind of a little bit of an odd kind of real world connection to then be getting all these gifts from thousands of people that you don't know and trying to think, well, what am I supposed to give back to them? I don't even know who this person is. So
Imagine if, like a neighbor that you've never met even before starts going around and giving gifts. You're like, oh, okay, should I give them back now? And it kind of feels a little awkward there. And it's even more far removed from that because it's not even a neighbor. Now it's like someone from a few blocks down. He's like, why are you here? Why are you at my house?
And it can be tricky, right? You're like, oh, I should get something for them as well. And you go out and you get them something, but then you open up your gift and you're like, oh, I should have got them something else maybe. I didn't know they were going to get me that. So it's always, with friends and family, have a bit better of a rapport. It feels like a more natural connection to how the real world works and a better fit for gifting.
Yeah. And then kudos to the gentleman who sent, what was it, like 1,000 Yule logs that one year to his friend or something. And it crashed his profile, so he couldn't open it. And we had to go fix it.
Yeah. Just couldn't handle all those gifts.
Yeah.
Another reason why the cost went up a little bit for wrapping, just to kind of prevent that, like, oops, I'm just going to spam this person to make them have a bad time. And it sort of guarantees that, like, hey, when you get something, it's like there's some value to it, and then you feel okay about what you send back. And yeah.
And Roy, if you just joined us, we did touch earlier, we're kind of restyling some of those messages from the horn just a little bit to kind of subdue them, make them not feel as important as your journal when they pop up. So we are doing a little bit of a tweak to how the friend hunt horn messages are. Yeah, Alex has a feels bad that the old King Cole is only a 1 in 50 chance to encounter. Yeah, it's a challenge, but with so many mice, it's unavoidable. A small handful of them are going to be harder than others, and if anything, that gives extra sort of bragging rights. If you have a good number of catches on that mouse, if you have a crown, that's part of the identity of that mouse now. And so, and that way it's kind of nice. Everyone can pick their own goals, whether, you want to try to crown a specific mouse, whether you want to go after the Frost King, kind of, the world is your oyster. You can kind of pick the goals that you're most interested in pursuing. But hey, everybody's all in the same boat that way as well. So when you see a King's Crown now for that mouse at the end of the year, you kind of know exactly what that means to other crown chasers out there.
Dave, how can I get the King's actual crown? When can that happen?
The burglar mouse did it once.
Burglar, yeah.
So if I catch or crown a burglar,
Yeah.
you're saying...
The king gives out crowns all the time. You just got to crown the mice. You're getting hundreds of crowns. Ones of crowns.
What if there's an event where the king gets turned into a mouse and we have to catch him to turn him back into the king?
Oh.
Then we can get a king's crown from crowning the king.
Crown the king.
And then we get the king's crown. Right? That makes sense.
Crownception.
Yeah.
And then you got to catch a crown mouse that's literally just a crown that has legs, and you crown the crown.
Crown the crown mouse?
Crown the crown.
I like it.
Yeah, Jason in the chat, it's a nice thing to say. You guys are a great dev team honor support you throughout the year. Appreciate the support. And it's a nice thing you say, Jason. Thank you.
Get that.
Alex, to that end, why are some mice cursed with sub 5% attraction rate? It's kind of, like I said earlier, it's a little bit unavoidable, and certainly throughout the events, some mice are more rare than others, right? And that's part of the challenge. What we do our best to try to keep them around 5% if they appear on a map. That's kind of our rule of thumb anyway.
For Summit, when you rank up, it helps you in crafting. You get more crafting slots and less chance to fail. Oh, wait. We took that away. Never mind.
Schoolwork asking if the Frost King will be back next year. That's the current plan. If all goes well and feedback aligns with that, and to speak to the other point, it's kind of reading between the lines of feedback of like these mice are kind of rare. Well, there's a lot of mice, so we're gonna kind of resist adding any more to the winter hunt pool. Maybe even see if we can relocate a small handful of them just to kind of reduce a few of the event mice that are associated with the winter hunt, because it's just going to be a thing that gets harder and harder to do each year.
Cool.
Like, well, we still mention in the titles that your crafting combines get better as you rank up, but we did remove that, right? Should we remove it from the title page?
You unlock more crafting slots, yeah. It's not the most impactful thing, and it may go at some point, but still it works that way.
I think, though, Franco, they were mentioning catch rate, though, up there when they were talking about the ranks.
Oh, I know, but there's just say, is there anything planned for ranks, or what can they do?
But different traps and bases have title requirements, right? So as you level up, you gain new unlocks, and that's like a equivalent of getting new equipment and abilities.
Makes sense, yeah. Well, real quick, we're gonna take off because we gotta hit the road. We have a bit of a journey ahead of us, but it was great to hang out for a
call Jacob and
maybe call them in just for a quick hello, goodbye.
You guys want to say hi, or they're going to shut off in a minute?
Well, they have to now. What are they going to do? Yell no from the background?
Because we told everyone.
Could be busy. Hey, Jacob.
Look how small he is. This is how small.
Oh, no, I can't see. Hold on, come close.
Small little guy. Yeah.
Hello.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Lots of love for the Lunar New Year horn that you lovingly crafted.
Oh yeah.
They got the preview.
Oh yeah.
Preview. Post view as well.
Post view. Nice. Good.
Put that back in case you're just joining us and you missed it. Jacob's lovingly crafted Lunar New Year horn.
Show us. Let us see again.
I think that one was also scale fixed as well, so that should be the full reso.
Good.
Oh, was the other one a little?
Yeah, just like
And kind of like
the half pixel demon strikes again.
There you go. Like this. There you go. Nice and
Ooh.
Enhance.
Enhanced. Whoop.
Nice. Just only horde, nothing
Yeah.
else.
Yeah, get
That's the
all those
whole game now.
crumbly pixels shown off. Thank you.
Yes,
Oh,
thank
the
you.
notes are green. I didn't see them before.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
It's got those Jade
Yeah.
notes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Jade notes.
Oh no, I deleted you all. Oh no.
Yeah. Yes.
I've deleted my colleagues. They can hear you, but they can't see you.
Oh, what happened to us? We're ghosts.
Oh, I deleted that so the video.
I'm Jacob Marley.
I'm Jacob.
Jacob.
I'm Jacob Jingleheimer Smith.
Kind of have you back now. Uh-oh.
Jacobs of Christmas, Jacob.
Not good enough.
All right.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, it's all you need. You just kind of shit. That work? Eventually.
Squeeze in there.
What's going on here?
Where's Franco?
So,
Yeah.
there he is. Okay, we're gonna take off. I'm bringing this with me, Michelle. So we'll set it up. You can tune in and watch the shenanigans at the gathering and take part that way. And for Lauren as well, who unfortunately is sick today and won't be taking part. And we're gonna miss her dearly if she's watching this. So, take care, Mouse Hunters. Good to chat and have a happy holidays. See you in the new year.
Thanks
Catch
for
you
popping
later.
in.
Bye bye.
See you this afternoon, everybody.
See you next year.
No, you'll see. Doesn't work yet. You can't say that yet.
Can we, do they still hear us? Is that, are we
Yep.
done?
Yeah, you're all good.
Okay, all right.
Oh, and we should probably wrap up shortly as well here at the 40-minute mark. I
Yeah.
gotta start getting ready myself before hitting the road. Like I said, we're all gonna meet
Me
up
too.
at.
Oh, I don't know if we did this, but we didn't do a hailstone trap, did we? For the cannon?
A hailstone trap for the cannon. No, just the Queso Cannon Storm base was themed after that. a little
Yeah.
bit. You're gone,
So
Franco.
what
You're
if-
gone. You've removed yourself. Uh-oh.
I took my camera off. Yeah, we're done, right?
All good. I'll just be lonely by myself.
Wait, are you still? I asked if they can still hear us. I was about to go into some.
Yeah, I'm still. Yes, we're live right now. Still, yeah.
I asked. You said okay. Well, that's never mind.
All right, I've confused
Well,
Franco.
I'll keep that
greatly.
conversation for later.
All right. Well, we almost had the most Franco moment there is, basically, right there, right?
Yeah, I was confused. Always, as always, I'm confused.
Let's see
I'll
if I
come
can-
back.
Can I get
If
you
it comes
back?
I don't know if
I'll
that.
try to get you
Yeah.
back. There we go. And I've lost the chat now. There it
We
is.
want the leaks. We want the leaks.
Spill the beans. We want leaks. Well, Ty, very nice of you. Thank you. Have a fun, safe holiday season, guys. We'll pass along the sentiment. In case
Oh,
any-
trivia. Oh, there you go. Do we have a trivia question since it's impromptu?
We can have a gift from Larry. If anyone wants to throw it a trivia, more power to you. We can see what Larry can cook up, though.
Snow barrage trap. Coming right up.
That's not in the list of items for good reason. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. I coded those out. Dude. Ah. Thanks for the rib.
Who's the shorts all year mouse based on? Oh, just no one in particular. You know, every once in a while, you see some brave soul in a snowstorm wearing shorts, and you're just like, they are willing summer to come back. They're doing, some good work there to just try and will winter to be long gone. Tell you what, here is just no trivia question required today. Here is just a gift from Larry. I'll test this out, make sure it's not broken. Does it work? Yes, I'm going to claim this because I could use some of this myself. All right. Link in the chat from Larry. Even if you're watching this recorded, the chat should be somewhere around this video, whether you're on desktop or mobile. Should be able to click that for your clicking convenience. Barely feeling the festive vibes, says Alex. Larry is too good to us. He's awfully friendly, isn't he, Eileen?
Will there be more mini events? There will be more mini events. They will happen in the future.
I think schoolwork particularly means like another animated snowstorm.
Oh,
There will be a New Year's phase. We're debating whether we want to schedule another snowstorm or not. I mean, I don't know. We don't control the weather, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Broke
weather
the fourth
mice.
wall, Franco.
Oh, that's the new event area, maybe? The weatherman mouse? And he caused the snowstorms, and now we figured out where he is? Oh, crazy.
I was like, this meteorologist forecasts are always really accurate, but behind the scenes, they actually have a weather controlling device, and they're like making storms happen for their own notoriety and fame.
Yeah, and he's on Machu in the background if you look real close. Sitting there, putting up his antenna. He's the one controlling everything.
Yeah, I mean, we have that forecast.
What if Fulmina? Okay, here we go. What if Fulmina was a projection from the Weather Wizard, just like in the Emerald City with the Wizard? Oh, Dave, a new area is writing itself. I mean, it's always been that way. The Weather Wizard, Dave, is he coming? Are we doing the Weather Wizard?
Yeah, it's pretty
Nah.
strong weather vibes in Machu Picchu and even the floating islands with the jet stream.
Mm-hmm.
No, excited. Lots of great fun stuff in the works for 2023. We're already, starting to break ground a little bit on expansion to the folklore forest. Excited to see that come together. Rounding out event season. Lunar New Year's just around the corner. That's always an exciting time. I'm going to be going to Living Garden to get double drops of living chests. That's my plan. Birthday event, most likely be the Super Brie Factory. Again, just because we're devoting a lot of time and effort into folklore forest expansion, so we'll probably bring the Super Brie Factory back with a new snack pack, most likely, as a new region's been discovered. And then the Spring Egg Hunt kind of closes out event season, and we'll go from there. I mean, y'all seen Michelle? Is that what I heard? Give her a hug from a whole digital hug anyway. It's a bit of a commute for her to come and join us at Brian's house to cross the Atlantic Ocean there. But she'll be with us hopefully digitally, and if not, in spirit. Well, shall we wrap things up here, Franco? We're at 45 minutes. Imagine you probably need
we
to get
can.
ready.
We got to
go.
get going too. Yeah, I got to get ready and then drive myself over.
Yeah, but thought we'd pop on all the same this morning. I wasn't planning to do a feedback Friday, but I didn't have a whole lot to get done this morning. It's kind of the last day before we take a holiday break. And we'll be back in the new year. I have a couple little things. We're going to do the gift opening ceremony. Keep that in mind. And the New Year's phase is going to fire up as well. You can read the original news post of the Winter Hunt. Keep if you want to reference any of those dates. And again, please remember, when the gift opening ceremony begins, you can no longer send gifts. So, make sure you send those before that date. Once you can open them, you can't send out more gifts. Happy holidays, Dave and Giorgio. Thanks for everything, says Jason. And Franco. Don't forget Franco with me here as well.
Merry Christmas, Mouse Hunters.
See you guys next year, and happy holidays. Thank you, Ryan, Alex, Jason, for all the well wishes. Altai, thanks for hanging out. Cheers. Right back at you. We'll wrap things up. We're going to have our little company get together this afternoon, so we're going to get ready to hit the road, travel out of there. Have a fantastic weekend, hunters. Have a safe and happy holiday season. All the best in the new year as well. And at least the next Feedback Friday is already scheduled for January 6th. So that'll be a heads up. A couple of weeks without a Feedback Friday there, and we'll join you in the new year. Most likely to get feedback on the Winter Hunt, I would imagine. But we're not quite sure exactly what the topic will be. But that seems like a pretty strong idea of what it might be. And I think, Franco, there you go. You've put We're Off to See the Wizard song into the heads of Mouse Hunters here. Mission accomplished.
The Weather Wizard.
All right,
It's coming.
Anything else
Merry
from you, Franco,
Christmas.
before we sign off?
And happy holidays. That's about it.
All right, fantastic. Well, again, thanks for joining us. Have a safe and happy holidays. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you next time. We'll see you next year, Mouse Hunters.
Happy holidays.
You're a trap. Don't seem to mind it. You attract me. I'm a mouse, you're a cat. I don't seem to mind it. Soft and furry. Oh, and just when I think I'm safe, snap. Turns out I'm never safe, snap. Just when you think you're safe. broke my back, broke my back. You don't seem to mind it, 'cause you're so cool. And just when I think I'm safe, snap. Turns out I'm never safe, snap. Ooh. And just when you think you're safe, snap. Turns